In this episode, I will share a story with you of a man who regrets marrying a Filipina and having children with her. For all you other men that are thinking to come to the Philippines and find yourself a lovely wife, I ask you, what is the point of getting married? To anyone, not just Filipinas, but to any woman. Marriage is no longer what it used to be. These days, women can have 50% of your shit as long as they live with you between 6 months to 2 years, depending on which country you live in. Also, if you think the Philippines will be easier for you because you are married, you are completely wrong. The Philippines offers one of the best visa programs for any tourist. Therefore, you do not need to be married to stay there longer. For those of you thinking about banking or driving or getting some kind of benefit, you are mistaken. The banking can be tricky as it's difficult to transfer your money from America to the Philippines, large sums of money that is. Also, I personally would never trust the Philippines to hold large sums of my money. Sure, you may pay for some fees if you don't have a local bank account, but believe me when I tell you, the risk is worth the reward. Furthermore, I tell you that marrying a Filipina brings a lot of challenges with family, expectations. I just simply do not understand the benefit for any man marrying a woman. I challenge you to give me one benefit that I cannot rebuttal. The only thing I see that is if you are married for religious reasons. If you are a religious person and want to be married under the eyes of God, then perhaps that is one reasonable way of getting married or one reason to get married. Personally, in 2024, no man should be marrying a woman, in the Philippines especially. I mean, it's not like you could own land, right? So what's the point? Don't think just because you're married, now you get all these benefits. I've never heard of any happy marriages that have been together more than 3 to 5 years. Sure, some people are happy now because, oh, I'm with my wife and everything's great, because you have not reached that point, that breaking point. Perhaps it's your first, second, or third year. I've also read some stories of people saying, I've been married to my wife over 30 years. We are in love. That's a whole different story. 30 years ago is not today's society. So you have both sides of the extreme. I'm talking about right now in 2024 or 25, in the age of the internet, social media, the ease of exchange of money, and women always upgrading to someone better, there's absolutely no reason to get married. Do not make the same mistake as so many others have. I guarantee you cannot come up with one legitimate reason, aside from perhaps religion, why someone should be married to a Filipina. You can have exactly the same things without all the legal mumbo-jumbo and commitment, and you don't have the reason to get married because divorce is not even legal yet, so good luck with that. Regardless, let's read today's story. Subscribe to the channel to spread the facts. If you are new, don't be lazy. Don't be a Pinoy. Just subscribe and spread the truth about what's going on the other side of this country. A man by the name of Peter says, Hi, is there some long-term experience here? Me, I go here for 25 years. First time, 1999. The first Filipina I divorced. And the second is also not good. If they come to Switzerland and see all the money, they change and want more and more. First, she changed after marriage. And second, when she get birth, now we only have one child and for sure I not make more. I think women are here also now more and more like in the West because of internet and social media, especially in the city. On countryside is still different. I would say now the only rules for a happy man are no marriage, girlfriend only, no children, no house, no family. Else she take control over you. That they want that you have a bad life. Only work 18 hours a day and can't relax. I wish I never did marry and not have kids. What a sad story. There's a famous quote that says, most men live lives in quiet desperation. And this is the truth. Many men suffer emotionally and mentally and exhaustion. Not to mention your physical ability to go to work every day just so you can come and feed a woman's desire to want more shit, possessions, a bigger house, a better car, just because the neighbor has something similar, or just because she's on Instagram or TikTok all day scrolling and seeing bitches with nice fancy dresses and purses. Now she wants to have the same thing, not realizing that she's not a 10 just because you make her feel that way. Let's not forget that these women are the same across the world. And that is my point. It's not just in the Pinoy land, it's everywhere. Do not let these other vloggers, expats, YouTube people that make these videos fool you. They're selling you a dream. They're selling you a lie. It's the same as those self-help books or those crypto scams or anything in the nature of trying to get your money. It is not right. How are you going to make money by watching somebody else tell you how they made money? It makes no sense. It's easy. It requires hard work and dedication, just like anything else. I will read some comments, but let me say one thing about the age of the internet these days. It's really changed the game. Some of you older men that think I'm just full of shit because you met somebody 40 years ago don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in today, in the present. People trying to meet women now. It's all ruined. It's very simple. If your age is not very close, you are not special. If there's a big age gap, you are paying for it. We all know this. That is the truth, and that's what I'm trying to tell other men. Be prepared to pay, and that's it. Just remember, what is the cost and how much are you willing to pay? Because if you just want to pay for play, then make sure you come here long enough so you get your money's worth. If not, stay in your home country and go to your nearest Asian massage parlor. Let's have a look at the comments regarding this man's story and his unhappiness. Alan says, they change here as well. Don't think it is related to race. Correct, but development in these countries is slow. Therefore, they don't have many possessions. So race may not matter, but nationality and finances do matter. And the truth is the Philippines is a third world country despite what they show you around BGC in every video. 95%, I don't know the exact number. However, a lot of people are living in poverty. I think it's around 50% actually by the world's standards. Regardless, the percentage is not important. What I'm telling you is what reality is and what I see on a daily basis. Many people are poor. They don't have anything. Therefore, when a foreigner comes along with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever amount of money he has, that is the good life for these women. Do not forget, if they don't want your money, if they are rich and educated, they don't want you. It's as simple as that. You are nothing special in this country. It's only your wallet and your money. The more money you put out, the more attractive woman you can get. As simple as that. It's like purchasing power. That's all it is. The more allowance you give these women, the younger and more attractive they are. Of course, that is natural. That is normal. We all accept that. And don't let that fool you that this 18 or 19-year-old somehow loves you at 65. It is not true. It is fake. And in some miracle cases, let's say she does love you. In 5 years, 6 years, when she realizes what the reality of loving an older man is and how restrictive it is and how she can't do all the stuff she wants to do with someone her own age with family pressure, her friends whispering in her ears, and all these other men in her inboxes and DMs and temptation, she will no longer love you. She will cheat and become pregnant like the dozens of stories we read yesterday about women getting pregnant when the man is not around. Let's read another comment by someone, Greg, who says, did you bring your second wife to Switzerland also? The obvious rule is you want to live with the Filipina, you better live in the Philippines. Precisely. And this is a topic that we've all talked about before. If you want to live or have a good relationship with the Filipina, you cannot have a long-distance relationship. You must be within the country. And yes, of course, you cannot be with her 24/7 out of a year, 24/7 out of a week, but at least reduce the chances of her straying. This is the reality. Mark says, my wife has not changed. She has loving now since the day we met. She don't complain about my drinking and looks after me better than any wife from the UK. Let's take a look at Mark's profile. Let's see how long they've been married. It looks like Mark's wife is old. So yeah, that doesn't matter. She's old. She has no other options. No offense, Mark. I'm just stating the obvious. Therefore, she has already got herself the big bank. I'm sure you pay for her and her family. And that's just the way it is in the Philippines. Brent says, I never got married. Traveled too much. Also, I watched my American guys who were married and their wives giving them grief. All the while living in luxury overseas. After a few years, my mother, maybe you dodged a bullet by not getting married. All my friends and all their kids, married kids, and now divorcing. It's a mess. In the USA, it's not if you are divorced, it's how many times. This person, Brent, also says, do not get married. Another person says, well, each to their own. First time here, 1969. That is 60 years ago, practically. Lived in the Philippines since mid-80s. Married in 92 after 5 years of courting. 5 years of courting? Some men are really, really desperate. 5 years of courting? Friend, if she's not in your bed within 5 dates, that's even too much in the Philippines, then you are doing something wrong. Let me continue reading. We have one daughter, 21 years old. Have never had any problems with my wife or daughter. We worked together for 28 years. We have traveled extensively worldwide, but always lived in the Philippines. There, I think, lays the difference. Yes, the difference of being married in the 60s, 70s, or 80s is a whole different world. People like this are so annoying. Talking about their 30, 40-year relationship as if that's today's reality. It's like someone saying, back in my day, I bought a Coke for a nickel. It's a different world out here. Gentlemen, do not let these one-off stories to make you think you could come here and have the exact same thing. Another person says, sorry to hear your bad luck, mate. Marriage to anyone is a life of effort and both partners equals partnership. Second time round for me and determined to make it work. No one's perfect either. Not even me. Definitely need a sense of humor here and everywhere. Good luck. Correct. Marriage is work. But why take on more work when you can all have the benefits without the risk these days? It doesn't make sense to me. I want to know about your opinions regarding marriage. Are you in for marriage or do you think it's just a scam these days? I would like to know because I cannot be the only man thinking that marriage does not make sense for a man in the year of 2024. It is time now to look at previous comments on previous videos when I said I fell in love with a bar girl in the Philippines who milked me dry. Let's take a look. The best comment right now is from user who says his mistake. Sweet and naive men is always used by women. Another person, Floyd, says can't turn a bar girl into a housewife. SMH. Why do some men think they are so special out of thousands of men who visited the Philippines on a regular basis from other parts of the world? Yes, I wonder the same thing. I wonder what makes them think that they are somehow special. I believe it has a lot to do with these other videos from these other vloggers that like to make it seem like you have a chance here with a regular girl even though there's a 50-year age gap. A regular girl may be possible, but don't forget, where is she coming from? That regular girl probably has no money at all, has a big family you must support, so although she may be regular, you're definitely paying a lot more than you would in a normal relationship. Don't get me wrong, I don't think men should come here expecting a 50-50 relationship. That's the point, right? I'm not saying that you come here and you're going to find a woman that's 50-50. I'm just saying, how much are you willing to spend on your relationship? How far are you willing to stretch that dollar? Do you want to support her immediate family only? Do you want to put her on a monthly allowance? Do you want to support her brothers, her sisters, everyone going to school, pay for everything? Do you want to pay for the neighborhood? Do you want to build a hospital? How much money do you have to waste, essentially, is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, let's take a look at the worst comment from yesterday. The worst comment from yesterday is from Sticking, who says, this video was normal and boring. These are not meant to be entertaining. I'm not here as a clown to impress you or entertain you. These videos are for information, to help men guide and be advised to come to the Philippines and the reality of this country in regards to everything, daily life and relationships. So I'm not here to entertain you. If you men or women, which I doubt at this point, I'm sure 99% of viewers are men, enjoyed this video and want to spread the facts, click the subscribe button. If you really want to support the channel, there's now a super thanks button available where you can donate as well if you wish so. You can press the thumbs up button and continue watching these videos. Thanks for watching. God bless.